It's time to reveal an all-new Porsche, the all-new electric Porsche Macan. The new electric Macan Turbo. Now to the interior. Start with the Macan Turbo because this one here has a bright interior. It's just better to see and to film. First of all, door closing sound. That's very solid, although it is frameless, and that is very rare. Here, by the way, you can see these are dual insulated windows, both front and also here in the rear. So promising us also good noise insulation while driving. Then inside of the doors in this wrapped tightly design, as we know from Porsche. Here also hardly any hard pack black plastic. Also this lower part is also somewhat coated. On the inside part here, however, there's no felt or something that is hard pack, and so things could also slide around in here. Then the window levers, they have nice clicking sounds. So that's actually cool. Then Macan Turbo entry badge here in the lower part. And you can, of course, get different colors for the interior. Here also blacked out a logo on the steering wheel. Sporty, slim steering wheel. This is basically known from the Macan as well. Sport seats here with more shoulder accentuation. And the base seat would come with fabric on the inside and leatherette on the outside, and also with a race text, so a microfiber steering wheel. So for all people that care about animals, there is an animal-free version available. It will also be the base version. This one here, however, the optional animal skin equipment. Then, with me, 189, 6'2", a lot of headroom left. I heard there will also be a version with a panoramic roof that you can also open. Of course, later on we'll give you more insight for more versions to come, so always stay subscribed here on our channel. But overall, this is very interesting. So, I mean, from the outside you've seen it does have changed the look. Maybe a little bit less SUV, maybe even a little bit crossover. And here seating position is actually 3 centimeters or an inch lower if you compare it to the predecessor. So also from the seating position, it feels more crossover than SUV now. Alternative interior, here you can also get a wooden inlet, and this one would be our Macan 4 interior, but the color choice is of course free. This one then would be the one in all black. And we can also see the ambient lighting integration, and this is also supposed to be an interactive light bar that can also communicate with you. Interior cockpit overview, 12.6-inch digital instruments, 10.9-inch, 10.9-inch. This passenger screen is an option. Really nice here, the steering wheel with manual volume control on left side. Right side, then you can control the digital instruments, and here the drive mode selector, so easy solution to pick the driving modes. And there you can see also that the ambient lighting, this interaction bar, reacts on switching the driving modes. In the instruments here we can also see a realistic range prediction, and then you can also switch the contents what you want to see then here in these individual tiles. You can get this head-up display. It is really large for your own eye actually, and it can also feature some active features like augmented reality. Switchgear is directly next to the steering wheel here, by the way. And of course we still have the analog clock in the interior here. Middle console, here on the top part you have nice clicking sounds still with manual climate knobs. I really love that. That's one of my favorite features. Adaptive cup holders on the inside and more space in the front. Next to this armrest, it's well attached, and some more space underneath. The infotainment system is now Android based from the programming language, and that's why it's also quicker than before. This GPS, however, is an internal Porsche GPS, and there you also have this route planning. And when you set actually a charging station as a destination, then there's also the preheating from the battery. Heat pump, by the way, is standard. Other than that, in this infotainment system, for example, you have here the drive mode selected. So you can see also the air suspension goes up and down depending on the drive mode. Apple CarPlay or Android Auto is available as the phone connection. Apple CarPlay integration looks like this, and when you have Apple Maps active, then you can also see something of that here in the digital instruments and even something in the head-up display. 구독, 좋아요, 알림 설정 부탁해요. Legroom has increased here with the new model if you compare it to the combustion engine version because it has a longer wheelbase. You can see here I still have some room left in front of my knees, even if a tall driver is driving. It's not much legroom here, but it's more or less okay. But it's also a quite long vehicle. Then headroom here in the rear is also fine. And I also like this nice microfiber covering here we have all the way across the ceiling. Well, then the thing is, on the middle seat you can sit here, but it's getting quite close. So I think, considering they're just short overhangs, the package could be better for seating. And there's also not so much space here as for the middle tunnel. It is an EV platform, but they also have this small step here. And this middle console here has an own climate unit with nice clicking sounds and also this cool metal knurling still. Now for the trunk we have two possibilities, either here on the key fob or here, this button then next to the camera. Press it, there we go. And the liter figure here is either 540 liters without the Bose sound system or 480 liters when you have the Bose sound system. I'll just show you that underneath very soon. First of all, measurements, a good meter or 40 inches in width. And then here it's about 90 centimeters or 35 inches in length. You can see here a cabin trolley also fits in a vertical way. Then we can fold the seats right here. There we go. It's not only a 2/3, 1/3 split, but you can also just lower the ski hatch in the middle. And then to the front seats, this is here about 170 meters or 67 inches. And underneath here you can see the difference if you have the optional sound equipment. Underneath here, by the way, I can feel that there is space still for a towing hook, and this one will be able to tow about 2 tons maximum. Macan Turbo trunk here, by the way, is in this case the same. This one here always gets the Bose sound equipment here with the subwoofer underneath. What about pricing and what happens to the petrol version of the Macan? First of all, as for the pricing for a Macan 4, the new electric base version, so far German price 84,000 euros. That's about 15,000 euros or dollars more than the so far petrol engine version. 115,000 euros would be the Macan Turbo pricing, but of course with extra equipment the prices will be lifted even further. So not cheap at all, but I mean, it's also a Porsche after all. The combustion engine model, it really depends on the markets. In Europe, there is a problem with cybersecurity. They would need to invest a lot more money to make this very old platform of the combustion engine model ready for cybersecurity, that it can't be attacked from the outside. So the combustion engine model on the European market will run out in 2024 already. If you want still a petrol Macan, then more or less you would need to order pretty soon. On the other markets, for example North America or maybe also China, which are also the main markets for the Macan quantity-wise, there you can expect some like 2 more years the Macan will run from the moment we have recorded this video here. So maybe then ending in 2026. So the Macan Electric and the combustion engine model will run parallel for some time, depending on the market, for how long. And then ultimately here the EV version will completely replace it. What's your take on that? Tell me in the comments. Also, what do you think about design, especially in comparison to the combustion engine model? And the sibling would be the Audi Q6 e-tron, or if you want still a petrol Macan, we also have that for you.